Video number 2 for my reflections as a study tour unit coordinator. I've got less than 2 weeks before I have 16 students join me in Shanghai for a study tour. Tomorrow is the prep workshop. We're running it from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. I've got some guest speakers coming in. I've got someone from Global Sydney who is a mobility unit at central level, who will cover risk management, some cultural awareness, culture shock, behaviour, and just being prepared to go in country to China and what some of the things that students will need to consider, such as if taking medication through customs, what you need to do for that, making sure you've budgeted properly, managing your finances, how you will arrive and how you will get to the hotel, etc. Inoculations, medical health, etc. etc. I've also got the careers and employability offers coming in, an expert in career development learning coming in to do a workshop, and she will concentrate on aligning our first assessment for students in terms of looking at what kind of employability skills industry are keen for our graduates to have, so that students can start thinking about that in terms of setting their learning goal and setting their objective goal. I'll also then be concentrating on getting the students to work as a complete group, so I'll do an icebreaker. I'll also get students to form their groups that they'll be working in for their oral group presentation that will be done in country. I'll also be getting students to link in with the person that they will be sharing their accommodation with to get to know them. I'll also be talking about the in-country itinerary, what is to be expected each day, what the role of each student and the student groups will be when they go to these industry site visits, and also just risk assessment and management around their weekend adventures when they will culturally immerse themselves in China, and if they go outside of Shanghai, what I will be expecting from that. I'm sure students will have lots of questions. I'm expecting them to be wanting to be engaged. I hope to establish the boundaries and set the benchmarking in terms of behaviour, how we will work with one another. That I want them to see the study tour as a place to experiment, to take risk in a safe environment, in terms of their leadership skills, but also in terms of getting to know how others work and how they work best. As well as when things don't go right and don't go to plan, how do you manage that? And just thinking about behaviour, because we will be living together for 2 weeks in the one hotel, which is a very nice hotel in Shanghai. It will provide breakfast per day, but other meals the students will need to get. They will need to also travel with one another outside the program. They will be really tired when they first start because there will be early starts. A lot of the students aren't used to that. Who to go to when they have challenges, difficult conversations to have. Is it best to come to me or is it best to come to our third party provider? I'm really interested in introducing them to Fan, who is our third party provider who actually lives and works in Shanghai and does this for a living. She's got a great itinerary in store for us, but I'm sure it's going to also need us to be flexible because things will change. And we've got a little bit of filling up to happen in the itinerary still. It's not been completely 100% confirmed because I had lots of trouble in the beginning where I had a different third-party provider who was running my first pilot to Zhuzhou and it didn't pan out the best way. It was really tiring for me. I had to manage a lot of challenges on that program and I decided not to go with that partner again. So I had less than 2 months to try and get a study tour to China up and running. Luckily, I've worked with Fan before, so leaning in on a past relationship and working with her solidly for the last 2 months to get this program ready to go. So I'm feeling really confident, but I know I need to get the students on board with this journey, which is not going to be smooth, and I need them to be co-learners with me and co-experiences of who knows where this program will take us and how this program will pan out in time. Okay, till next time. Wish me luck because I'll be doing the workshop tomorrow and I'll be checking in next week to let you know how that workshop went.